late yesterday afternoon, Kamala Harris finally emerged in order to speak to the American people and to let them know her feelings about her loss. Again, we are still awaiting the president of the United States. Remember that guy? I know. We're still awaiting him. They're prepping his podium and everything. We'll get to him when he decides to walk out. The good news is that when he actually leaves the White House, the time from when he leaves the White House door to the time he gets to the podium is a solid couple of minutes, so he should have some notice. I mean, it's like 20 feet, but dude doesn't move particularly fast anymore. In any case, we'll get to him in a moment. But Kamala Harris, she emerged yesterday to explain that her heart is full. Her heart is full.
So let me say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, full of love for our country, and full of resolve. The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up and as long as we keep fighting.
I mean, she never really says what they're fighting for. And that, of course, is the Democratic secret. If you just say fight a lot and then you say it about Donald Trump, then you think you're going to win. But the things they're fighting for are not exactly popular things, which is why the recriminations have broken out so loudly. The Democrats still trying to struggle for a way forward. She didn't give any help here. She didn't actually spell out what the agenda for Democrats moving forward is in any way, shape, or form, because she is a giant bag of nothing. She's a nothing bag. And that nothing bag is filled with wonderful nothings like platitudes and truisms and nonsense. That is all she is. So here she was yesterday talking, for example, about how she's conceding, but she's not conceding the fight that fueled the campaign.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for freedom, for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation, the ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never give up.
Okay, I don't even know what she's talking about. I mean, I do because I know what her agenda is. But all I'm hearing is the Charlie Brown teacher. Right? Because she's been saying, what does that mean? I will fight for American ideals. Could you spell that out? What are the American ideals that are at our best? Would that be like the boys in the girls' locker rooms? Are we talking here about Rachel Levine as Health and Human Services Undersecretary? Like, what exactly are we talking? Are we talking about like cutting the American military while attempting to make nice with pro-Hamas protesters? Which part of the American values are we? She's never going to fill that in because the minute she does, it's a problem. And she finished appropriately enough with some more platitudes. She talked about darkness and stars and darkness and stars, something like that.
The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.
She saw enough.
I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time, but for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars. The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service.
Wow, so that's so moving. The light of a bright billion of stars, nay trillion of stars, nay bajillion of stars. I think I've heard this before. Wasn't this George H.W. Bush's 1,000 points of light thing? Except that actually had a policy proposal attached. Here she's just talking. She sounds like some of the worst dialogue from Rings of Power. Honest to goodness, that's what it sounds like. She sounds like she was in the writer's room for Rings of Power and just started cribbing off their notes. First, have you ever thought about what charities and causes the brands you give your hard-earned money to support? Pure Talk, my cell phone company, they support veterans. They're leading the fight against woke corporations. Let me tell you why. Pure Talk is veteran-led. They actually put their money where their mouth is. They've alleviated $10 million in veteran debt. They donate tens of thousands of dollars every month to help prevent veteran suicide. They just donated $50,000 to Mike Rowe Works, providing scholarships to veterans learning trades after active duty. Pure Talk gives you the same exact coverage as the big carriers, America's most dependable 5G network, for literally half the cost. Why are you still giving your money to Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, when there's a better option that actually supports our veterans? When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk on a qualifying plan, you'll get 1 year free of Daily Wire Plus Insider. That means unlimited access to our incredible library of content. Am I Racist? What is a Woman? Mr. Bertram, When I Fight? Plus uncensored ad-free daily shows and 1 year free of our new kids platform, BentKey. The only way you can get this special offer is by going to puretalk.com/Shapiro or call and mention my name. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Go to puretalk.com/Shapiro today. Switch to a qualifying plan. Get 1 year free of Daily Wire Plus Insider. I think one of the reasons that you're not seeing kind of the fury that you might normally see when Donald Trump wins an election is because no one was all that invested in Kamala Harris. How could you be? How would you be invested emotionally in Kamala Harris? As a giant nothing burger of a human, as an NPC, what exactly about Kamala Harris was the draw? The answer is that the draw was that she was not the doddering old man, that she was not the dead guy. That was the only draw. And it turns out that's not much of a draw. So when Donald Trump wins the popular and the electoral college, everybody's like, well, Barack Obama, who is just as responsible for this loss as Kamala Harris, as we will see, Team Biden is actually blaming Barack Obama, among others, for the loss. He and his wife have written a statement on Twitter about the 2024 election. I won't do the Obama voice for all of it, but I'll do it for the very beginning. So just a warning. Over the last few weeks, through election day, millions of Americans cast their votes, not just for president, but for leaders at every level. Now, the results are in, and we want to congratulate President Trump and Senator Vance on their victory. This is obviously not the outcome we'd hoped for, given our profound disagreements with the Republican ticket on a whole host of issues. But living in democracy is about recognizing that our point of view won't always win out, and being willing to accept the peaceful transfer of power. Now, here is the thing. Former President Obama. He finishes the statement with this. The good news is these problems are solvable, but only if we listen to each other, only if we abide by the core constitutional principles and democratic norms that made this country great. It's this sort of fib that makes me insane. Barack Obama did not care one iota for the constitutional structure. This is a man who, when stymied by Congress, said that he had a pen and a phone and he was going to use them. Barack Obama led off the era of things like killing the judicial filibuster. It was Barack Obama who thwarted the comity of the races in the United States in a unique way. It was Barack Obama who alienated American from American. This is in my lifetime. He made it so much worse. By every available polling statistic, he made it worse. When he says we need to listen to each other, Barack Obama has never listened to anything except the sound of his own voice. Are you tired of the lies and the twists of the mainstream media talking points? Yeah, me too. Join me in my newest series, Fact, where I dismantle and bring truth to this tiring mainstream agenda.